Hey guys, it's Postbox Pat and welcome back to a new video, and today I'm going to be bringing you guys a very aggressive gameplay with my friend DaftBus on duo. Now this gameplay is probably one of the best duo gameplays I've ever had. We both get a bunch of kills, absolute tons, and we absolutely wreck. So I'm going to show you guys how we won this game and go through exactly our thought process in this game. So as we were coming in, me and DaftBus were thinking of locations. We just thought the best loot location on the map, which is Fatal Fields in my opinion, so we decided to go there. Now obviously a lot of players are probably going to go there because it's a pretty big location, and if you haven't already, I have got a video talking about the best location to go in 2018 to get wins on solo and duo. So that's an awesome location to check out. Check out that video if you haven't already. But this is a duo location that me and DaftBus just thought we'd try out. And in all honesty, you can try any location out you want, and you can go there and you can go to any location and just absolutely chill there, and you should do alright if you get a bunch of kills. So me and DaftBus hold the glide here, get the glide perfect, so we come in. I decided I was going to come around the Christmas tree. He decided to think he was going to go a little bit further back. This was quite an old gameplay. This was just around Christmas time, so just around the start, mid-Christmas, just before Christmas. So I just thought I'd bring it out now because I just haven't really had time to do the commentary for it yet, but it is a very, very awesome gameplay. I'd just like to thank everyone for the support on the channel recently, but let's try and get into this gameplay and show you guys exactly what's going on. So as you can see, I took one hit from a bat, and there were no chests on the tree at all, which was very surprising. I managed to get in here pretty quick, grab a shotgun and grab the chest, and make sure that guy isn't coming behind me to rob my chest, so I do that quick, grab the items, and I don't 100% know where that guy's gone. So I see in here there's a trap. This is before the trap update actually come out, so we've still got the old style of traps in the game, but it still is a good gameplay to show off for you guys because it is a very aggressive gameplay and it can really show a lot of different stuff. I know the meta might have slightly changed now, but this gameplay does show a bunch of stuff off which can really help you guys out in the gameplay. So let's go up here on top of the house and show you guys exactly what to do here. So here what I did is I thought the people might be inside, so I took an approach through here and checking if anyone's coming to get that chest. Obviously the chest looks like it's not there. Sometimes I do that quite often, come up there and wait for them to break that wall or break it myself and just take people out. Now me and DaftBus are just looting this house. I see a guy inside there. I try and get some shotgun shots of him. He sees me. I think he probably does see me. I get one shotgun shot and he gets an epic fail grenade, which is a pretty good shotgun shot. And then he actually drops down. He's behind DaftBus now. He's gone outside this way. I think he's going to be on extremely low health. I'm not too sure why I'm using the shotgun. I probably shouldn't be using that, but I was using it. And then we just managed to finish him off pretty easily. So he drops a bunch of good loot, a grenade launcher which can come in very handy as well. So I grabbed that quickly. Me and DaftBus are just a bit of a hectic situation there grabbing the loot, but we've managed to get our early kill pretty good in the game, pretty early on, and it's a nice little kill to start off the gameplay with. Now, the gameplay at the start is actually quite peaceful. It's quite a passive gameplay, but we do play quite aggressively. We don't seem to hold back, and we do manage to push a lot of enemies out. That's something in duo that is kind of recommended, but it's kind of not. If you haven't already seen my passive duo win, I tried duos last night actually from doing this commentary, and me and ZPie managed to get an amazing passive win again on duo just by doing some peaceful play. Now I think that is probably the way forward if you definitely want to guarantee wins. However, aggressive play is much more fun, I suppose, and you can get a lot more kills and enjoy the game a lot more. I feel like if you want to get a lot more enjoyment out of the game, definitely go for an aggressive style play. So that's what me and DaftBus went for here. DaftBus is quite a good aggressive player, so together we work quite well with aggression side, whereas me and ZPie love playing passive, and I think we work a lot better playing more of a peaceful style play. I think it definitely works better, but you can find out that with your friends and that who works better with each different style, and sometimes come up with like different partners and stuff for different styles. That's what I kind of do anyway. I have different people that play differently. So I see the guy in the house, I see him, and I'm like, got to take him out. So I was trying to get some shots off at him. He's actually and my shots there were absolutely awful. It probably was one of my first games on, but sometimes with the free burst you can misjudge the shots quite easily, but DaftBus manages to sneak a kill in there without even taking any damage, so obviously I must have distracted him. DaftBus managed to get in there with a nice little SMG kill, a nice kill for DaftBus there. So there's a bunch of kills you'll see from me and DaftBus in this gameplay, and some crazy moments coming towards the end as well. But for now, that was a nice little loot from me and DaftBus. We're just checking around here, going downstairs, making sure no one's in the house, because we did hear a few footsteps. Nice little potion in the back that I'll consume. Bear in mind, I don't think mini potions are in the game at this stage, so the meta is slightly different on the potion side of stuff, but it doesn't really affect the gameplay too much. It just affects the health of people. Another problem as well, which I'm going to have, well, I've already got a video out on it, is the backpack idea. We also noticed the drop of items is decreased, so you're actually getting a lot less items in the game, which is kind of frustrating. Because more items are getting added in, you've got less chance of getting into a certain item, which is kind of frustrating. It's kind of not, depends on what style of play you play. And also the idea of a backpack would come in really handy on Fortnite. I definitely think something like that would be really awesome. So me and DaftBus are going to be looting the rest of Fatal Fields, see what other loot we can get around here. Not much really in these pylons. Sometimes you get a chest, sometimes you get a bunch of stuff. Most of you guys probably already know that. I know Fatal Fields near enough on the back of my hands, so I can loot Fatal Fields very, very quickly, and I think it's probably one of the best locations I can loot near enough rapid speed. So I think I let Daft take that blue AR. Around here I grabbed some more resources and we're doing pretty well, unless I take the blue AR. Maybe he's decided not to take it. I don't think he took it. So for some reason I'm sticking with the standard one. Either I'm completely zoned out or I'm just going to be sticking to the free burst. I can't 100% remember, but we're doing pretty well. I'm just kind of pushing it around Fatal Field, seeing what we can find, seeing if we can bump into any more people, which I'm pretty sure we do in a moment. So go up here, loot up here. Usually you get a chest up here. Bit of waste of metal, but it doesn't really matter. It's only a short amount of metal. Nice little med kit there that Daft could potentially stack. I'm pretty sure Daft has a med kit on him already, so he could stack the med kits. Good way of doing it if you don't already know that tactic. With a pair, you can stack a bunch of stuff. Same with squad. Solo, it's a little bit more difficult, and this is where I was talking about the backpack video the other day. That solo, sometimes you need the backpack to hold extra resources. I'm also going to be having a video on how to win every single time. I'm thinking bringing out this series every single Saturday, so you guys have got an awesome gameplay to go off and kind of get some tips and tricks from. I think these videos are more aimed for tips and tricks, so what I do in this gameplay, I try and describe exactly what I'm doing. So right now, I'm just really looting around and if you notice, I always check all my angles. I'm always moving my camera around left to right, checking around. I do play quite aggressively, and we are running straight into buildings, which sometimes isn't the best idea, but I think me and Daft, because we went for an aggressive style, what I'm doing here is I'm just checking every single corner and hoping I bump into someone and being aggressive if I do and taking them on. That's just something I think you've got to kind of consider when you're doing this. The medkit there is again for Daft to pick up, but other than that, I think it's quite an easy. Aggressive is an easy style to play, but can lead to a lot of losses. And I look at my stats on Fortnite and stuff, and I've played so many games because I've played with so many different people, and my stats are actually quite bad in a sense of that, but I wouldn't class myself as a bad player. Now, I know many people in the comment section and stuff leave comments down below and be like, you're a noob, Pat, you're a noob. I always get that, and I'll probably get it in this video as well. And fair enough, if you think that, you can think that, but I think I've helped many people win in the past. I've carried many people through to wins. I've given advice to many people who have won several games after each other and stuff like that, but I think it's definitely one of them things. So here, we need Daft just suppress this guy down with our free burst. I get a few shots on him, not too many, and we finish him off. His partner is probably around somewhere, so we have to be very careful. That's something you always have to consider in duos. If they go down, there's most likely a partner. I see him up there on the top left of the hill. So he doesn't manage to get a hit on me there. I managed to get a blue AR, a nice little blue AR in there, and we just suppress that guy down on the hill. I just fire a bunch of shots in, get some nice hits on him, and there we are. What a lovely shot. That's when my shooting starts to really get on peak again. I think when it comes down to getting your shots on target and stuff like that, you can have your moments, you can have your off moments. I think with the game, with the bullet spread and stuff, there isn't really an accurate bullet spread put into the game. So it's kind of it's a bit potato shooty, if you want to call it, and you kind of potato aim, and I just think the guns they aren't at that level yet to be able to know exactly where the bullet's going. Obviously the sniper is, and there's a few other weapons like the rocket and maybe the grenade launcher. You can get the judgment right of them, but like weapons like the Scar, M16, AK, SMGs, stuff like that, you don't exactly know where the bullet is going to go every single time, which is quite frustrating. We've got this guy on the right here. I say to Daft, let's try and take this guy out. He's run back into the storm for some reason. Don't know why he did that. We got a nice little free burst on him there, and he was the only one because no one else went down. Another thing to consider, that when you kill someone like that, make sure you're considering it correctly. Daft has actually already got 3 medkits on him. Make sure you consider him getting that down like right. If you get that down, you know exactly what's going on. So here again, we're getting absolutely suppressed from the southwest side, and we are getting some good suppression here. Now, I brought out a video talking about calling out players and stuff. It didn't get too many views because I didn't really title. It's quite hard to understand exactly how to title the video, but it definitely is recommended going to watch. It shows about calling out enemies in all different angles. For example, if your team's at a different angle, they're going to see the enemy at a different coordinate, and it goes over exactly how to get that right so you can call out the exact location of your enemy. I think it's a great video, and it's something that should have really done a lot better on my channel. I just wasn't too sure how to title it or put it out there. I will put it on screen around now. I think it definitely is something that you do need to check out, and it's something interesting that if you want to call out enemies and get it right. But let's go over exactly what's going on in the gameplay right now. So me and Daft are playing extremely aggressive. A way of playing aggressive is building these 3 towers. You shouldn't take fall damage from them, and there you are. Me and Daft managed to clean up. We managed to loot up, and that free build tower is something that I do every single time when I'm pushing someone or playing aggressive. You can build several of them. You can split build them. Your teammates can build different ones, and I think usually from free fall damage, you will not take fall damage unless you're on a hill and you take damage from the hill. I think definitely something like that is something that everybody should consider in Fortnite. It's one of the best ways of pushing, especially with wood. I know it can get broken, but if you're on a flat surface or you're going up a hill and you've built a freeway tall one, you're most likely not going to take much fall damage at all. If you're going down a hill, then probably you're going to take a little bit of fall damage, but it probably won't kill you unless it's a giant, unless you build it like on top of a hill or something. you probably won't take too much fall damage. So here I'm just skipping along the gameplay. We're not really doing too much. We're just kind of talking about where we should move to next, and we go across this mountain over here. Not really too much going on, not really too much at all, but this is when the gameplay starts to pick up the game. So in this situation now, we're kind of pushing across and we see a chest. I see one enemy here. I try and get a jump shot. I absolutely fail that jump shot, and he gets a few hits on me, so I'm taking a little bit of damage here, and I'm like, come on, Daft Boss, we have to manage to push this guy out. There's a chest here. I'm trying to get into this chest, see what we get. Another medkit. So now we've got 3 medkits each, which is absolutely insane, and we're in a good position for me and Daft Boss to be able to get a nice little win. So I'm having epic building fails. It does happen sometimes, and sometimes you have to give up on it if it does glitch out. But you can get nice little downs here. Daft Boss got a nice little down. We've got to watch out for the grenade launcher there, Daft Boss. So that gets in. I get the kill, and I see another pair coming up the hill from the other side, but one of them actually gets shot from distance. So me and Daft Boss are in an alright situation. He has actually down. I try and build a few walls to get the revive on him. Another method you can do is I could build a stairs now in front of that wall in front of me to give that extra protection. Wood is usually the best because it builds the fastest, but obviously if you're in an alright situation, you've got time, you can do what I did then. I managed to get the revive on Daft Boss, and he manages to equip a medkit. So we're in an alright situation, but I know there's going to be a guy down here. Daft Boss for some reason runs straight in and doesn't actually equip the medkit straight away, which kind of is a bad move. You can get easily down. I'm not too sure if he gets downed or not. Another thing I am missing is jump pads, but we'll talk about that in a moment. We see the guy here. I get some free, I try and shoot him with my burst, get some epic fail misses, just doing some jump shots, building a few walls, try and get a little bit of cover. He's actually got a few shots on me. I'm taking heavy damage, some epic fail moments here with the M16. I just didn't manage to get a sight in, and Daft Boss manages to curl in and get a nice kill. It's alright for me though, because I have a bunch of medkits. We kind of push up here, trying to get a safe spot if we can. One hit and I am down, one hit and Daft Boss is down, so if anyone was around with like a scar or something, they could probably easily suppress us out. But I get an alright position here, and I managed to medkit up. If someone was to come up our ramp now, we'd be absolutely terrored and probably beaten both of us with a shotgun, whatever, even with an SMG, a pistol, they probably would have beaten both of us. So this is the sort of situation where, to be honest, if you guys do get a situation like this, it's just down to luck. And if someone comes behind you right now, you're probably going to fail, even if you build a 1x1. I'm low on resources, and as you can see, Daft Boss is also low on resources. So with the game going quite well, we're in quite a good situation, and we're just kind of getting a view for enemies in the distance. Sometimes taking a scope weapon just for scouting ahead is pretty useful, and I think a scope weapon, even a scoped AR, whatever sniper you're using, can be quite useful. There's a weird purple glow over there. I actually get a sniper shot in, but someone else actually steals my kill. Possibly that would have been a guaranteed kill, because I'm pretty sure the sniper was bang on, but someone else just shot before me from another angle. So me and Daft Boss are listening out from where that shot come, and we think it came from around west, but I can't 100% guarantee it, because obviously I'm doing this commentary with no sound right now, but I think it is around west, and we do push in slightly. So the circle is moving, so we get forced to push in, and we've pushed in alright. I have got my stone material on, but unfortunately I'm running extremely low on materials. Now I'm not too sure how many materials Daft Boss had, but I'm pretty sure he had a few. But we're alright, we're in an okay situation. Wood's alright, we've got a decent amount of wood, just not really enough for the end game. There are actually only 6 players left, and I've got 5 kills, and I believe Daft Boss has also got about 4 or 5 kills, so we're doing pretty well in this situation. We've been absolutely ripping people apart for this duo gameplay, and Daft Boss has dropped me a bunch of stone. There we go, that's what we needed. So I think he dropped some more, but I just left it, but it's alright. We've got 500 stone, a nice bit of material there. So now we're keeping our eyes peeled out for enemies, because they could be absolutely anywhere. We're pushing in for the gold scar, get this nice little loot, get the shield potion up, and then we probably should build as soon as we get in the circle here. So let's get the shield equipped with the gold scar and stuff. I think I leave it for Daft Boss. I'm not 100% sure, because I'm pretty happy with my burst rifle, because I have been doing pretty well with it. I don't know if I take the gold scar or not. I'm pretty sure I do. Do I take it? Yes, I do. Gold scar always comes first for me. But sometimes if I'm in a roll with the burst rifle, to be honest, I will keep the burst rifle. Sometimes, I know you guys might hate on me for doing that, but I think it's just preference at the time of the game and the situation. There has been previous games where I've accidentally missed the scars, and there's also been previous games where I sometimes actually pick the burst over maybe an orange, not an orange scar, maybe a purple scar. The orange scar, the rare, the super ones, I don't usually do that. So Daft Boss has actually been sniped down over here with a sniper, so I managed to build a little fort here, get a roof on it. This is something I've commonly been doing, especially in the new meta. You can do this and actually put spikes on the wall that Daft Boss is on, which means they, 1, can't see through the wall by using a sniper and looking up to it and looking through the holes. 2, if they break down any of the walls behind me and come in, you'll probably get a nice little kill in there. And 3, you probably got a good chance of getting a nice little Nice little kill with the spikes, so pretty awesome. So I'm just doing a little scouting here, making sure no one's there, using my scouting technique. Awesome technique. I've talked about that technique in several videos. It's a great technique and probably one of the best. Now I'm just blocking off the back so no one's going to come behind me. I'm in an alright situation. We've got a big hill above us, which is kind of a downside because we could easily get sniped from up there, but we're in an okay situation. Now there's a bunch of enemies left. There are actually 4 enemies, and it's quite a big circle, so we got to be when you get this sort of situation, you have to be quite wary exactly where people are. We see that enemy at the distance over there at north. 345, roughly around there. I got a little snipe off him, but I did miss. Snipers are difficult to hit when someone's moving, but if you get the hang of it, you can get some nice ping shots off pretty easily. With the circle being this big though, like I was saying, you could easily get sniped from anywhere, so you've really got to be careful. See how I'm keeping down? I've even built a few walls there just to try and keep the angle on my right, and obviously I could get shot from behind here, but with the circle approaching, I'm probably not gonna. Now this guy's actually building a run. It's called a run defense, I like to call it, when you build and run. He actually stopped there though. I think he's into the circle now. So he did that, and I pushed up to the supply drop. So as I push to the supply drop, I will build around the supply drop, a common tactic which many people do, and it's something I do suggest doing. It's a great tactic, and it's something that works every single time. Building around supply drop is alright. Now, when I've got a V base like this, it can be quite a dangerous situation. I build them 2 up there to stop getting sniped from the mountain, just in case someone is up there, because they'll have massive height advantage, and sometimes it's a better idea to do. So I open up the supply drop, get a bunch of loot from it, get a nice little rocket launcher in there. Usually I'll swap out my rocket launcher for a shotgun, or maybe a sniper, but in this situation right now, I think shotgun isn't really necessary for me at this moment right now. It does actually, I do regret not taking the shotgun though, and you guys will see why that is in a moment. So I'm in an alright situation. Sometimes building a back wall to it can be quite bad because someone can bounce some grenades into it. So I've left the back wall open on this situation. Sometimes I will put the back wall on, it just depends on the situation, but leaving it off for now is quite a wise idea because of the mountain. Someone could easily fire a rocket onto it and get a rebound shot, or maybe some grenades and bounce on it. Daftbus has put a back wall on his, however, though, but obviously he might not have been thinking the same as me at the time. So we're in a nice little situation over here. We've got the enemy base to our right, and we've also got still 4 enemies. So I know there's going to be at least 1 over there, and I think there's got to be someone on the mountain. There has to be, or there's got to be some bush campers or something coming up. So me and Daftboss are suppressing these guys over here, just keeping a little bit of suppression. Now at that sort of range, you could either be sniping them or gold scar. Now I'd probably gold scar them, but here I just decide, you know what, let's pop a few grenade launchers, break their structure. One of my favorite things to do is actually use grenade launchers and rocket launchers in my inventory, just because you got the variety of explosions, and I think by far explosives and scar are the best weapons in most situations. Obviously sniper can come in handy if you've got the height, or if you've got a range shot or something like an extreme range, but when the circle's getting down to this sort of size, a lot of you guys ask, why don't you take the sniper part? I've got a few gameplay clips where people have asked that, and you don't really need a sniper at this sort of height distance. Now some of these sniper shots I'm surprised they're not hitting, so I think to myself, you know, let's just suppress a bunch of rockets in there, let's keep pushing up and do a little bit of build running. Got a nice little build run going on here. We'll skip that one there and we'll go for the little height. This is a pure push tactic. I managed to suppress some rockets down, 1 rocket down on his friend there. I missed that rocket. Get a nice little rocket smoothing in there. Get some hit markers off there. Nice little rocket in there. 1 down, and see if we can get the second one down right now. We build up. We don't actually see him. We have to keep moving around. I see him pushing round, and boom. That is why I pick a rocket over a shotgun. Now here, there's actually a guy in the bush to my right. He actually pops up and absolutely wrecks me. So boom, I actually lose my life to a bush camper, and there isn't much I can do in that situation. I actually knock myself out with the rocket, which I just run into the explosion. I think I missed him and did a little bit of damage, but he actually would have probably killed me anyway. So I just kind of, I tried downing him and downing me, but it failed. But thanks to Daftbus pulling the game through, he got a nice little kill with the M16 pulling off there, and he sees the other guy. He's got his nice little grenade launcher. Lovely kill from Daftbus. There's obviously a pair left because he's down. And I think sometimes you can't always rely on the main player or the player recording. You have to rely on the other people as well. So thanks to Daftbus here, popping a few grenade launchers off. He sees the player moving. He destroys the tree. The player's there pushing up to Daftbus, and Daftbus absolutely suppresses him out. And a nice little win from me and Daftbus there. This is probably one of my favourite gameplays in duo. We both come out with 7 kills, which is 14 kills in total. It's a super aggressive gameplay. You can see how I easily got killed by a bush camper, and that can happen in any situation. I just think, you know, just because I died, why shouldn't I upload this gameplay? So I got wrecked. Yes, fair enough. I did get killed by a bush camper, but thanks to Daftbus pulling it through, he did really well. He did really well towards the end to be able to switch on and take them 2 guys out. They weren't the best of players, obviously, because one was camping in the bush, and I think, I'm not too sure if it was them 2 that were camping in the bush or someone else, but I know clearly they didn't really 100% know what they're doing, because you could see how the fight was kind of spread out, and it was very, very passive fight towards the end. The circle was massive, and there were only 6 players left. So it worked out pretty well in the end, thanks to Daft Bus. I hope you guys have enjoyed today's gameplay. I'm going to be bringing out how to win video every single Saturday, hopefully, so you guys can stay tuned for them. They're an awesome video to do. They always do well. They're very successful. They help a lot of people win. So I'm glad to do that, and I think it's something that I really want to help you guys out in the community. So if you want to know how to win every single time in Fortnite, or almost every single time, I just like to call it that because it really does help people win a lot. You can stay tuned for that series, which will be coming out every Saturday. I do have a playlist with all my other how to win videos, and that's it for this video. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And once again, this is Postbox Pat, signing out.